Hello everyone, this is Brenniger. I'd like to show you how to culture fruit flies. It's a marvelous food for your tropical fishes. Alright, so here is the fruit fly culture, and as you can see I've dated them and I've removed the oldest two. Still flies in both of them. So what I'll do is remove all the flies and put them in this container which my culture came in. And I have a lid with a screen which it came in so that the flies will be able to breathe until I'm ready to feed them to my fish. And in looking, I haven't experienced any losses in the past month. Previously I did have a couple of vials from last month. One dried out. Actually, I believe I tried to culture them in the container that they came in, and that didn't work. It dried out. And I do believe one vial failed for whatever reason. Years ago I cultured fruit flies, and occasionally I would lose a culture to mold, but apparently they've improved their formula. The mold inhibitor seems to work, well, so far 100% of the time, so that hasn't been an issue. See, these right here probably at the maximum. What's the date on them? Today is March 1st, and those are next to those are from February 3rd. So I could feed fruit flies to my fish every day for a week on that. So here I have a funnel, and we get the fruit flies away from the top and then shake them in there. Put the lid on with the screen so they'll be able to breathe. And they go racing up the side. Got most of them. Now I don't want to tap this too hard because the Drosophila media, that is a problem. Occasionally this gets brittle and falls into what I'm trying to catch. There goes a maggot. So these flies are still producing, but not at the rate they were initially. So, alright, that's most of that culture. So, get these down in here. Into the other culture. Now see, there it goes. That's occasionally a problem. Drosophila media or excuse me, I keep calling it Drosophila media. It's Drosophila media. Drosophila melanogaster is the scientific name of this particular species of fruit fly. But occasionally you get some of the Drosophila media in your culture. Now, this is not going to poison your fish. I wouldn't want to get a lot of it in the tank, but if some of it falls in the tank, it's harmless. If the fish swallow it, it's just, what's in this stuff? Well, they're not going to tell you what's in the formula, but it's probably potatoes and obviously blue food coloring. So, there might be a way to allow the flies to crawl away. If you're careful, when you shake them into the tank, the fruit flies are racing this way. So you can kind of let them get to the edge and then tap them into the tank and avoid getting much Drosophila media in your tank. But if a little bit gets in there, it's not going to hurt them. So, let's see if I can. I'm probably going to allow this culture to produce some more. Helps if I tap them in there this way and I won't get so much media. That there is a good feeding for the 2 tanks that I feed. Normally I don't offer many fruit flies to fancy guppies. They will eat them, but well, the females are the ones that generally eat them. They're kind of big for the males. Occasionally a male will swallow one, but it's not the best food for them. I prefer to give the male guppies a treat of blackworms and Daphnia magna when I have them. Of course, they're not in season right now. I am attempting to culture some green water at this time, and it hasn't turned green yet, but of course I'm prepared to bring those in to the house if it should get cold enough to freeze. So I'll do a video on that as well after the water turns green. But anyway, so these flies will be fine until I'm ready to feed them to my fish later today. It's the middle of the night right now, but yeah, my fish will have a nice treat of that. And in the meantime, I can keep this in the center of my culture. So this is the culture that I'm going to allow to continue to produce, and the flies sit right in the center. And I'm going to go ahead and clean this vial out for next time. In fact, I'll try to get most of the flies. Fruit flies make a really good treat for smaller species like Colombian tetra, which I breed. And as I say, the female guppies will eat them as well. Ready to feed the fish some nice fruit flies. And they're finding them. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon on the next one.